Swayam Prabha, free DTH channel for education.
root 3x plus b sine root 3x. Okay. Okay. So for constant coefficients, what we did is we have for constant coefficients what we did is we have done the second order non-homogeneous linear ODE homogeneous cases we have done already. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to deal with the non-homogeneous ODE. Means what I am going to have, I am going to have a RFX term here and then how are we going to find. So there are 3-4 different methods are there. Okay, so we will classify one by one. So first one, what we are going to do is that we are going to use the method of undetermined coefficient. So in that itself, there are two subcategories we have. One is called superposition approach. Okay, another one is called annihilator approach. Okay, in both cases, I will see. We are not going to deal with all the RFX function. We are going to deal with only particular RFX function. Whereas once we come for the another method called variation of parameters and Green's function, in that case you can take any RFX and then you can solve it out. Okay, that's what we are going to do. So now we are going to deal with only superposition approach. Okay, in superposition approach and annihilator approach, what we are going to do. So suppose I have a method called suppose I have a here RFX. Okay, suppose RFX is here. In case of RFX, what you are going to do is that you are going to take suppose some particular classes are with some particular set of functions. For example, I know some functions like e power x, I know cos x, I know sin x, I know some polynomials, I know. So if these cases are going to occur, which is going to be occur in many of the engineering problems. So in this case, what I am going to do is that I am going to use those RFX only. I am going to deal with. Okay, we are not going to consider all the RFX. We are going to consider only a few RFX cases. Okay, so what we are going to do. So the basic idea behind the superposition approach is that we guess the particular solution. Okay, so we are going to guess the solution. Okay, we are going to guess this YP. We are going to guess the YP. Okay, YP I am going to guess, and then I am going to find what is the value for them. Okay, that's what we are going to do. So for example, constant function polynomials examples. So these are all the things you can guess particular solution. So for example, what I am going to take is that I am going to take these cases. Okay, I am going to take y equal to, suppose r of x equal to, so I have a table here. So r of x equal to k, then I can take yp equal to c. Some other constant is going to come. That is going to find. If it is of the form, okay, I am going to take directly one or two cases only. So suppose if this is of the form, summation ki x power I. Okay, I equal to 0 to n. It's a polynomial. If it is a polynomial, again that side is going to be a polynomial. So that is going to become like summation ci into x power I equal to 0 to n. Substitute it over here. Okay, substitute this is take yp equal to this one. Substitute it over here, and then so what you need to find? You need to find yp double dash, yp dash. Substitute it here. Simplify this, and then equate it over the right hand side, and then calculate your ci values. Okay, your yp should not be having any constant. It should be independent of constant. Okay, only particular values should be there. Similarly, if you have something like e power alpha x, okay, suppose you have k e power alpha x. So in that case also you can find it. What you can find is that you can find c e power alpha x is going to some other constant. Once again substitute and then you can find. Suppose it is going to have k sin beta x or k cos beta x. So in this case it is going to become like you can put c1 cos beta x in both cases, either cos k sin beta x or k cos beta x, or both are going to be there. Sum is going. So this is going to be c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x is going to come. Okay, c2 sin beta x is going to come. Similarly, if I call kx e power alpha x, okay. So in this case, what you are going to have is that you are going to have c1 plus c2x into e power alpha x, or in general, what I can write summation I equal to 0 to n ki into e power k into x power I. Okay, ki into x power I e power alpha x. So in this case I can write summation c1 ci x power I equal to 0 to n e power alpha x is equal to. Okay, this is going to come. So for example, yeah, here we have c1 plus c2 summation k xi e power alpha x. This is going to come. Similarly, if I have something like k e power alpha x, okay, so suppose I have instead of this one, I have combination of this one k e power alpha x into sine beta x. Okay, so in this case, it is going to come like again e power alpha x is going to come, or similarly, I can take k e power alpha x cos beta x. Both cases, it is going to be the k same e power alpha x into okay c1 cos beta x plus c2 sine beta x is going to be. This is going to be the particular case. Similarly, if I have k summation, so let me write here summation ki xi sine beta x, okay, or summation ki xi cos beta x. So this is, suppose my R of x is this format, then my yp is going to be this way. Yp is going to become like summation ci xi okay, equal to 0 to n into sine beta x or cos beta x, okay, it doesn't matter, plus summation I equal to 0 to n. Let me put another constant bi x power I cos beta x is going to come. Okay, this is going to be the yp constant. Similarly, if I have something like yeah, so these are all the cases which we have. So in this case, you are going to get some of these values over there, and then you are going to get the answers. So now, suppose you have e power. So suppose you have e power alpha x also here, then you can put that e power alpha x on the outside, and then you will get it. Same thing is going to. Okay, so this is the one which you are going to get it. Now we will see solve what is the rules which we need to do. Okay, first rule number 1, basic rule. Suppose R of x is one of these cases. Okay, R of x is one of these cases. In this case, what you have to do is that you have to take, okay, R of x is one of these functions. Okay, you don't need to remember everything. You just remember you can remember this formula, okay, and then you can remember this formula. Then automatically this is going to take it. Remaining all is going to take it. So basic rule. So if you have R of x is one of these one of the first columns of the table, then what you can choose is that you can choose the respective y of x from here, yp from here. Okay, you can choose the respective yp from here, second column of the table, and then what you need to do, substitute it over here and then find what is the derivative, calculate the derivatives of yp dash and yp double dash and yp dash. Substitute it in this equation, equate on both sides, and then you find the answers. Okay. Suppose if a term in your choice of yp happens to be a solution of the homogeneous. For example, once you are solving here, okay, e power alpha x is going to come. Suppose my m is also my root from this one. Okay, I solve this homogeneous with e. In that case, my m1 is also having alpha. This alpha is same. For example, I say that, like one problem, I have my roots from the homogeneous ODE is going to become like 5, and on the R of x I have something like e power 5x is there. Okay, so in that case, what is happening? Both are you will have in yh also it is going to become like c1 plus c1 e power 5x plus c2 e power some x is going to come. Okay, let's say like minus 5x is there, and then what you are going to have, yp is also having e power 5x. So in that case, what you need to do is that you have to multiply that by x. Okay, you have to multiply that by x so that you will get that. Sometimes you may need to multiply by x square depending on the root to be double root or etc. Okay, if it is a double root, you will have, suppose it is a double root, what you are going to get is that we are going to get c1 plus c2x in e power 5x is going to come, means 2 times it is going to come. So in this case, you need to multiply by x square and then you will be paid. Okay, so that is the case. And some rule, suppose you are having combination of this one. Okay, suppose you have e power alpha x at one place and e power alpha x plus sine beta x is at one place and sine beta x alone is one place, then you can take the sum of these things and then calculate the yp for each of the values, and you can do the same thing. Okay, this is something. Now we will see one example. Okay, one example we will see y w dash plus 4y dash minus 2y equal to 2x square minus 4x. Let us see this example using the superposition approach. So what we have, y double dash plus 4y dash minus 2y equal to, I have 2x square minus 4x plus 6. 2x square minus 4x plus 6 is there. So first we need to solve the problem, homogeneous problem. Okay, homogeneous part you got to solve. Homogeneous. Okay. So homogeneous equation is y double dash plus 4y dash minus 2y equal to 0. Therefore, the auxiliary equation is m square plus 4m minus 2 equal to 0. Okay. Therefore, you need to find your roots. So alpha equal to, so this is going to become like m equal to minus 4 plus or minus square root of 16 minus 4 into 2 8. Okay. 4 into 2 8 and plus is going to come divided by 2. Okay, so this is going to become like 24. So 24 I can write as 4 into 6. Okay, or 4 into 6 I can write it. So this is going to become like minus 4 plus or minus root 6 into 2 divided by 2. Therefore, this is going to become like minus 2 plus or minus root 6 is going to come. So I can write then my y is going to become like c1 e power minus 2 plus root 6 into x plus c2 into e power minus 2 minus root 6 into x is going to come. So this one I can write as c1 e power, I can take e power minus 2 out. Okay, I can take e power minus 2x out. This one I can write as c1 e power root 6x plus c2 e power minus root 6x also I can write it. Okay. I just want to highlight one more thing. Okay, suppose we have you know this identity. For example, e power x and e power minus x system. Okay, so for example, I have something like sin hx and cos hx. Okay, so these formulas are also there. So this can be written as e power x minus e power x by 2. This is going to be e power x minus e power minus x by 2. Okay, so using this one also I can write that. Okay, so this also I can put that over here and then simplify that and then get answer also. Means you can write, what I'm going to say is that you can write this e power m1x if it is the case of like this. Okay, if it is having a if you are having a irrational roots. Okay, if it is an irrational root, the irrational is going to change only at this place. Okay, only root 6 in that place it is going to change. Okay, so in that case, what you can do is that you can write, even in the case of irrational root, you can write down in terms of cos hx and sin hx. Okay, in case of irrational roots, because irrational roots also occurs in pairs and complex roots also occurs in pairs. So in that case, you will get that. Okay, you can write that in terms of sin hx and cos hx. In case of irrational. Okay. So now, okay, let's worry about that later. Now, what we are going to do is that we are going to solve for the homogeneous ODE. So, for homogeneous ODE, this is a polynomial. Therefore, your YP is going to be a polynomial. Here, it is a second order polynomial. Okay, quadratic equation. So, quadratic polynomial is there. So, you are going to use that as you are going to get the root is going to be the YP is going to become like a1 plus a0 plus a1x plus a2x square is going to come. Okay, therefore our yp dash is going to become like a0 is going to vanish. Okay, a0 is going to vanish, so we are going to get a1 plus a2 into 2x is going to come. So I am going to put 2 here, 2 into a2x. Yp double dash is going to become like 2a2 is going to come. So I am going to substitute over here. Therefore this is going to become like 2a2. Okay, 4y dash. Therefore this is going to become like 4a1 plus 8a2x plus minus 2y. So minus 2a0 minus 2a1x minus 2a2x square equal to, okay, equal to on the other side I have 2x square minus 4x plus 6 system. Now equate the constants, equate the x powers, equate the x square powers. Okay, so equate the constant coefficients of x, equate the constant coefficients of x square. So I can simply see that only this is going to have the constant coefficient. Therefore, minus 2a2 equal to 2. Okay, minus 2a2 equal to 2. Therefore, a2 is equal to minus 4. Simply I can write that. Okay. Now next I have, okay, I will compare the x power. So one x power is here another x power is given, only 2x powers. Okay, so therefore this is going to become like 8a2 minus 2a1 equal to minus 4. Okay, 8a2 minus 2a1 equal to minus 4. a2 is already known to me, minus 8 minus 2a1 equal to minus 4. So minus 2a1 equal to minus plus 4. So a1 is going to become like 2 minus 2. a1 is going to be minus 2. Okay, a1 is minus 2. Now constant coefficient. So this is going to become like 2a2. Okay, this is there, 2a2, 4a1 is there, minus 2a0 is there. Okay, these three terms are there. So 2a2, a2 is already minus 1, so I am going to put minus 1, and then 4a1, so 4 into a1 is already minus 2, therefore 4 into minus 2, and then minus 2a0 equal to 6. Okay, therefore this is going to become like minus 2, minus 8, so minus 10, so that is going to be that side, so that is going to become like 10, so 16 is going to come, so minus 2a0 equal to 16. Okay, so a0 is going to become like minus 8. Okay, therefore what you are going to have, your yp is going to become like minus 8 plus minus 2 minus 8 minus 2x minus x square. Okay, so therefore what you are going to have, your y, okay, this is going to be yh only, it is not y, this is going to be yh because it's a homogeneous part, right? So therefore your y is going to become like e power minus 2x, okay, into c1 e power square root of 6x plus c2 e power minus square root of 6x plus yp is going to become like minus x square. Okay, I'm going to write that minus x square minus 2x minus 8. So you can substitute it over here and then verify whether it is satisfying or not. Okay, that is the superposition approach. Okay, this is another problem. Okay, where you can do the same kind of thing and then substitute y dash minus 4y dash. So 4y plus equal to, I have given almost all the expressions over there. 5t cube minus 2 minus t square plus 2t 4et e power 2t cos t is there. So you can split that into many different parts, like 5t cube minus 2 you can take it as a polynomial and then solve it. T square into t you can solve it and then you can find that value. And similarly 4 e power 2t cos t you can take it separately and then solve the problem. Okay, these are all the possibilities are there. Okay, so this I leave it as an exercise to you. You can find the particular solution for this problem. So also you can verify that. So the particular solution also I am giving. Okay, so the general solution is given in this way: 13 by 4 plus 45 by 8 into t, etc. is going to come. So this also you can verify.